Cloudwater single hopped IPA.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. The sun is over the yard arm, which means it's time for a beer, and the beer today is Cloudwater single hopped IPA. This looks like a really good one. Cloudwater, as I say, are one of the best breweries in Britain at the moment. They do some absolutely stunning beers, and they're based up in Manchester in the north of England. And at some point, when this coronavirus bollocks is all over, I will make a point of going to the, I was just about to say the coronavirus bar, the Cloudwater bar. Fucking hell, I need to have a beer today yet. I will make a point of going to their beers because I want to taste them on tap, because if they're anything like they are out of can, then they are going to taste absolutely amazing. But today I've got one of their single hopped IPAs, which looks really good. So I want to stop gassing about that, and I want to start gassing about what's in this can. Right, this is a single hopped IPA, and I don't know what it's called. It's got O2 on there, and I'm assuming that's what the name is. I'm really not sure. That's one thing about Cloudwater, on their cans the names can be really obscure sometimes. There was one the other day that I tried. It was a collaboration, and there was no mention of the name on it whatsoever. I had to look up on the website what it was, but anyway, that's by the by. This is a 440ml can. It is an IPA, a single hopped IPA, which I don't think I've had before. They've always been amalgamation. I think Adnams do a single hopped pale ale which has got mosaic in it. This has got Citra. I'll talk about that in a minute. It doesn't say what the ABV is. I see. The thing is, oh, there we go. It's 6%. 6% ABV, 440ml can. As I say, it's got Citra hops in it. But what I really like about this, it's got the year, the crop year. So this is 2019 hops in there. Now, wine growers do this. You know, they say about their vintage, oh, that was a good year. It's basically whether it's a good summer or not. Now, I don't know whether the same applies to hops. I'm assuming it does. But if there's a good summer that year, then there's going to be a good crop of, you know, if you're talking about wine, there's going to be a good crop of grapes. And I'm assuming that's what it means with beer as well. Fuck knows what it's going to be like this year, you know. But anyway, that's by the by. What else is going on here? As it says on the back, this is the description. As the hop bines arrive at the head of the processing plant, and another team of highly skilled workers tirelessly hook each bine by hand onto the hop picking machinery. We love Citra. It's an incredible hop that's as bold and reliable as hops come. Honestly, you can see Citra hops in so many of these new IPAs and the pale ales, and they were brought over here in the UK by the Oakham Brewery. They're an American hop. They were grown over in America, and to be honest, the Americans, and I've always said this about hops, you know, the geology of the soil, the conditions they're grown in. They're normally grown in California because, you know, they've got sun all year round, which is what you need for hops. But they grow them hops, and no 2 years are the same. Certainly for, you know, Citras. I made this point before in another review. I was looking at an interview with the owner of the Alchemist Brewery, and he said that, I think it was 2019, he said it was a really, really good year for Citra hops. They'd come back and they became very nettly and catty. And when they say catty, you know, have you ever had that cat's piss, real bitter grapefruit sort of aroma from hops? Well, that's coming from, like, things like Citra hops and stuff like that. But anyway, I should really do an episode about, you know, hops and stuff. I've done one already, but I should go into hops in more detail on another one. I will do that. Anyway, yeah, as I say, they were brought over in 2008. It was by the Oakham Brewery that done that, and they actually do a pale ale called Citra. Worth checking out. It's really good. Citra makes up 35% of our total hop contracts and 25% of the YCH hop yield every year. Yeah, if you saw the amount of hops America harvests in a year, tons of hops, it's in the thousands of tons. The UK does about 4,000. America's is nearer 20,000. The amount of hops they harvest. It's big business. Beer and brewing over there is big business. Yeah, what does it say? Aroma, dried mango. It's really hard to read, so they've put this on with a black lettering on this background. I can't really read that. The body, it says full bodied and smooth, with a juicy finish. The aftertaste is juicy peach lingers long into the finish alongside fresh tangerine. Right, okay, I've gassed on long enough about this. Let's get this open and let's see what's going on in the can before this beer starts getting warm. On the nose, out of the can. And again, catty. This is what I'd expect from 2019 Citra hops. Very catty, bitter, nettles, greenery. That's what I'm getting. Real bitter. And that, obviously, that brewer from The Alchemist, the head brewer, was he the owner? I can't remember. He obviously knows his stuff, and that's exactly what he said about the 2019 harvest. So it's very, very catty, and that's what that smells like. Sounds disgusting, cat's piss, but it is a really good adjective to describe what it tastes like. It's got that acidic, all hops are quite acidic, and it has got that. There is in the glass, there's a little bit left in the can, I'll pour that in a minute. But that looks absolutely amazing. That looks like a fruit cordial with a foamy white head. It's got 1.5 finger head on the top of it. And again, out of the glass. Really nettly, slightly earthy, but very like acidic. That really like fucking angry hops, if you can imagine that. Cat's piss. I know I keep going back to it, but that is the perfect adjective. It's so fragrant, greenery, nettles, that type of thing. Anyway, enough of my bullshit. Let's get this down the hatch. Cheers. And wow, if ever an aroma could be misleading, I was expecting huge bitterness, real, like, not astringent, but very sort of grapefruit, big bitter pine, and it's not. This is so fruity. It's really confusing, because that smells really bitter and all that, and then you drink that and you've got like a, as they say, and they obviously know what they're brewing, but you get big mango flavours on that and passion fruit. I know it's a cliche, but I keep saying mango and passion fruit when I'm talking about flavours from an IPA, especially East Coast IPAs, and this has got that. And this is a really, really respectable IPA. Oh, it's so good. Really not bitter at all. In fact, it's really, really juicy. Really nice. And yeah, I've just got to put the brakes on here because I'm going to start necking that. I tried their dry double hopped IPA the other day, and that was a little bit stronger, 7.2. I think it was 7.2 or maybe a little bit more. I've got the can up here somewhere. That was brilliant. That was just so fragrant. This stuff is really, really nice. The juiciness of it is just amazing. It reminds me of the newer England IPA from Northern Monk, which was just like this, real juicy, but it didn't have that, you know, real bitter catty aroma to it. And it's really strange because Citra does have like very fruity flavours and aromas to it, but it's weird that it had that really like bitter catty aroma to it. I'm now getting slight onion aromas from that as well, which denote real fresh hops. You do get like when you boil them, you do get like, you get the bitterness that comes out, but you also get the you know, if they're fresh, you get like a slight oniony type flavour. It's nothing to be worried about. It might put some people off, but I love it. It goes really well with this fruit, believe it or not. Onion and fruit, you know, what the fuck. That is lovely. I've got to put that down because I'll just keep on drinking it. So what's the verdict? That is an absolute winner. Don't let the aroma put you off. You may sniff it and you think, oh Christ, this is going to be really bitter, and you know, got that horrible grassy, bitter grass flavour to it, but it hasn't. It's got so much fruit, mango and passion fruit. It says it on the back, but if they hadn't put any description, that would be the first things that come into my mind. Mango, bit ripe mango, passion fruit, a little bit of orange as well, sweet orange. Absolutely lovely, super drinkable. Mouthfeel is superb. Not much carbonation in that, you can't see much carbonation, and it's super smooth. It's almost like a fruit smoothie. It's the 6%, you're not getting any trace of the alcohol whatsoever. Superb. For me, that's a 10 out of 10. I keep giving beers 10 out of 10. But, believe me, if it's shit, I will tell you it's shit. That is definitely not shit. I love this, and do you know what? I am going to get that again. And I'm quite lucky because they've got me down as a key worker in all this. And if you're a key worker, you do get a discount with the Cloudwater Brewery. So I think their single hopped 2019 year, which is renowned for a good year for Citra hops, that is going to get bought again because that is fucking amazing and I love it. And that is a 10 out of 10. And this has been Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. And as I always say, beer is working class champagne.